What's up, internet? My name's Audrey. Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because this video is for subscribers only.
And it's all free. Free, you heard me. You do not want to miss this.
It's finally here, the BigBrotherCanada.9 cast reveal. I'm going to be breaking down each and every house guest, giving you my impressions of them. Also, we're going to be running down all the info that we have so far for the season, which includes the first twist of the season, which needs your vote. Don't go anywhere. Before we jump into any individual house guests, can I just say on the eyeball test of this, when you look at this group of people, this may be the most diverse cast I've ever seen in Big Brother history. US, Canadian, it doesn't matter. This is just a snapshot of everyday people. You have all different walks of life represented, ages, races. There's so much representation going on here, and you love to see it. So let's start off with our first house guest. This is Austin. She's 23 years old. She's from Newmarket, Ontario. I wish I knew more about Canadian geography to let you know what that means. I'm not Canadian, so that's a thing. One thing you'll notice in the bios this year, which I personally find really cool, it actually includes preferred pronouns. Hers are her and she. And that's just something that's really nice to see Big Brother include. Good job. Her zodiac sign is Cancer, if anybody cares about that. She's a realtor / model, and she is single. She says her strategy is to lay low and act unassuming, and she also loves crystals, which kind of gives me a little bit of a Caitlyn from Big Brother 20 vibe. Hopefully, though, she can do better with a 7-piece puzzle. She actually says here she plans to be very good at memory comps. So let's see if she can back that up. I will say her surprising fact is that she's never had a boyfriend. And that is genuinely surprising. But I do think she might be a candidate for a possible showmance. I mean, come on. Her go-to song is I Believe in a Thing Called Love. Next up, we got Beth. She's 27 years old. She's from Tomahawk, Alberta, which just sounds like an awesome place to live. She's a social worker. She's single. She says her strategy is to find a ride or die day one. And I definitely get the impression that she is a super fan. At the very least, she's seen multiple seasons. She mentions Paris and Mitch in her bio. She also talks about Tyler. So she definitely is someone I could see going far. She also says she's down for a showmance. When they ask her the question, no man's showmance, she says showmance. So I could definitely see her going far, especially if she does find that ride or die day one, basically the John to her Netta. All right, next up we have Braydon, and this might be the first person that's really getting my hopes a little up there. He's 23 years old. He's from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Shout out Bret Hart. Will Braydon be the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be in Big Brother? We're going to have to find out. He's an anthropology student, so he, is pretty smart. He's single, and to quote why he was chosen for Big Brother Canada, he's super outgoing, personable, and I quote, I slay. So I'm liking Braydon a lot. I personally don't know him, but I've seen some tweets that indicate he's actually kind of known in the Big Brother community, on Twitter at least. So I do have some really high hopes for him here. Also, another thing that they've been doing this year is a partnership with TikTok. We're going to see it in a Power Veto competition later on in the season, but I figured I'd share at least one of the house TikToks with you. Next up, we have Ethan, and he might be the first player that I'm not too sure about yet. He's 22 years old. He's from Banff, Alberta. Here's the thing. He gives off a little bit of the frat bro vibe, especially in his bio video. He also says that he wants to win every competition possible. Here's how I see Ethan. He's going to be a boom or bust player. He's either going to go really far because he keeps winning vetoes and they can't get rid of him, or he's going to be out pre-jury. One of the two. At the very least, we get the Jillian Emmett love child that we always wanted. Next up, we have Jedson, or Jed. He's 25 years old. He's from Aurora, Ontario. He's single, and he's a personal trainer. He's also what I would assume is pretty smart. He's finished 2 degrees while also being a varsity athlete, and that's not easy. I do see him being a target early, though, just from his physical appearance and people seeing him as a possible threat. he does mention that he is down for a showmance. He's ready to do some hugging, some kissing, possibly even marriage, like he says. So it will be interesting to see if he's able to establish himself in the house, get some good allies, and avoid being that early target in the house. Okay, next up we have Josh. And Josh is 30 years old. He's from New Westminster, British Columbia. He's a film and production coordinator. Look, I'm not worried about Josh. I'm worried for Josh. I'm not sure this is going to go pretty well for him. He's a very unique personality. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. I could see him rubbing people the wrong way and being a very early pre-jury boot. But at the same time, maybe that's just what we're seeing. The bios are hard, man. They're hard to get a good idea of what somebody's like. And hey, one thing, he's a Britney Spears fan, and I'm all for that. Hashtag free Britney. And I think we might have seen Josh before.
Leave Britney alone!
I'm sorry, Josh, I had to. Next up, we have Julie Vu. She's 28 years old. She's from Vancouver, British Columbia. And she was actually kind of figured out a couple of days ago. She's a social media influencer. So she's big on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. That's how she was kind of sniffed out. People realized that she was followed by people like Netta, Ika, Kevin Martin, Dane, a whole bunch of former Big Brother contestants were following her on Instagram, and she made her Twitter private. And as a social media influencer, that seemed a little fishy, right? So people kind of realized there's a good chance she was going to be in the cast this season. And look, I got a little bit nervous when I first heard she was a social media influencer. Yeah, you guys kind of know what that's like, but she does not give off that, obnoxious, over-the-top vibe at all. She seems very laid back, and I'm getting really cool vibes from her. Here's the other thing. She's a transgendered woman. She's the second transgendered woman in North American Big Brother history. Not sure internationally how many there have been. I think there was one in Big Brother UK long time ago. But yeah, that is a big part of her story. And look, she's got some shoes to fill, because the last time was Audrey. And Audrey, she did not have the greatest game in Big Brother, but Audrey has definitely left a lasting impact on Big Brother and the Big Brother community as a whole. She started a spin-off reality show called Sequester. And if you have not seen Sequester, it's kind of like Big Brother, and it's awesome. Go watch it. I'll put a link in the description. All right, next up, we got my boy Kiefer here, and this dude's awesome. He's 32 years old. He's from Old Masset, British Columbia. He's a radio host. He actually knows Suzette from BBCAN9. I don't know whether they work together at the radio station or they've just met in passing, but she posted a picture of them two on Twitter. I just like this dude. You can't not watch his video and not just smile and fall in love with this dude. He's just a fun-loving guy. I see him going far because they're not going to see him as much of a threat. Hopefully he doesn't, ruffle any feathers early on. And his biggest thing is he's going to need to win those competitions late, right? Like, I see him getting, final 7, final 6. That's when he's going to need to win a veto or something to stay in the game, because that's when they're going to take him out. Are you a cop? You got to tell me if you're a cop. Next up, we got Latoya. She's 34 years old. She's from Pickering, Ontario, and she's a police officer, or should I say a fashionista, a fashion designer, because that's what she's going to be telling the house, which is actually true. She said in her bio that she owns her own fashion swimsuit line. So that is something that is going to be her strategy going into the house. She's not going to be telling them that she's a police officer, that she has a degree in criminology. She's going to be hiding that from the house. I like Latoya a lot. She seems strong. She seems smart. I just hope that she doesn't come off too strong and that she can make some good alliances, kind of wiggle her way through. This is maybe one of my real big picks here. Could she be the next Derek, the next Tony, the next Sarah? We'll see. All right, next up we got Rohan. He's 26 years old. He's from Toronto, Ontario. He's a strategic partnership manager. I don't know what that is. He says his job is basically to make deals behind the scenes. Yeah, I don't know. He does seem really interesting, though. In his bio video, he says he lies 25% of the time, and he probably lied in this video, and you didn't even notice. His motto is to talk a big game and play a better one. I don't know. This guy might get my hopes up a little bit. I feel like he's going to be playing really hard, and he also says he is not looking for a showmance. He's down for a flirtmance, throw some compliments out there, but he thinks showmances are detrimental to your game, and I don't know. I'm digging this guy. I think he's going to be good TV.
Canada, you just met your villain.
Next up, we got Tera. She's 37 years old. She's from LaSalle, Ontario. She's a mom. She's married with kids, and she's a spin instructor, so she's in really good shape. And look, her bio doesn't give me too much to really go off of, other than she seems like just a nice person and a fan of the show. I just don't know how well she's going to fit in with the other house guests. She's going to have to kind of prove it on the show. So it's a wait and see from here. We got our first newfie with Tina. She's 42 years old. She's from Paradise, Newfoundland. She's a graphic designer. I like her. She gives me very similar vibes that Kiefer did. You watch her video and you just can't help but fall in love with her personality. Very warm and inviting. She's also a mother, just like Tera. Now, the only thing is with Tina is I could see her being like that week one, who are we going to put on the block? I don't want to get blood on my hands. Tina, right? And I hope that doesn't happen to her. But I could see that happening. Honestly, if I had to describe her, it's literally everything that I've learned about Newfoundland from this show. Tina. That's who you got. Next up, we got Tychon. And I don't know what it was. There was something about him. When I saw his picture on Twitter, I just got good vibes. Maybe it's the smile. I don't really know what it was. But after watching his bio video, I think I might have figured it out. He's 29 years old. He's from Montreal, Quebec. He's an urban planner with a master's degree. I'm going to assume in something like civil engineering. I'm not sure. He's single, so he might be a showman's contender. But the thing that I think I might have been able to just feel that vibe through his picture even, he was raised by women. And it's a very similar story to my own. So I connect with this guy a lot. He was raised by his mom. His grandmothers are really important to him. And I like this guy. I like him a lot. He's going to be a target early. He's strong. He's smart. But he's also personable. So maybe he can overcome that and really connect with people. And I think more people are going to say, hey, I want to work with that guy, than they're going to say, hey, I want to get that guy out. Last, but certainly not least, we got Spicy V Victoria. She's 27 years old. She's from Hamilton, Ontario. She's a youth advocate. In fact, she grew up in the foster care system. She actually works for the same child welfare agency that she grew up in. So she's really trying to give back to kids who grew up in the same situation that she came from. I really love her energy, but in her own words, she's over the top and it never goes away. That's her 24/7. So I could see her possibly being too much for the house guests in the house and being one of those first people kind of be like, well, she's the easy target. I hope that doesn't happen to her though, because I think she could bring some good drama and some good fun to the BB house. So those are your Big Brother Canada 9 house guests. Now, we'll see. There are some rumors that we still might get one or two returnees, possibly on premiere night, maybe from BBcan9, something like that, since there are only 14. But we'll see. We'll see. 14's a nice round number, especially with the idea of the first twist of the season. That's the next thing I want to get into, is there's going to be teams, and it involves you guys. So there's a Canada vote. It's on BigBrotherCanada.ca. You can go vote now. As you can see on the screen, there are 2 days and 14 hours left to vote for the team captains. Pretty much the idea is we're voting on 2 team captains, and they're going to do a schoolyard pick. I pick you, and then the other person goes, I pick you. Who's going to be the last pick? I don't know, probably Tina. But you can vote on who you want to be captains. Now, this was actually also, before we get into it, this was actually figured out a couple days ago, and I want to give credit to the guy, JamsJam01 on Twitter. They went deep. They went deep into the source files of the website, and they found out all of this stuff about the teams, how there was going to be a captain, they were going to get immunity, and all that kind of stuff. He figured out the backgrounds here yesterday on Twitter, and he posted all that information. So yeah, let me just make sure you guys know, go vote. You can vote right now for whoever you like from the cast. And you can vote for 2 of them to be the team captains. We have Team Destiny and Team Defender. Now, keep in mind, whoever becomes team captain does get immunity for that first week. So definitely vote for who you like. And yeah, I guess, you know what? I'm going to do this here with you guys. Team Destiny. This seems like it might be the villain group, right? Who do I think is going to be the biggest villain? It's going to be Rohan. That's who we're going to go with. Rohan for Team Destiny captain. Now, we also have Team Defender. I think this is going to be, you know, the hero group, right? This is going to be who we think are the good guys. And honestly, you know what? You know who I think is a good pick? I'm going Julie. I'm going Julie Vu. Those are 2 of my first picks here for the beginning of the season. Now, look, after the first episode, kind of that first week, that's when I'm going to put out, like, my top 4 contenders, right? Like, those are the people that I think are going to go far in the game. Spoiler alert, it's probably going to be Tychon. But these 2 right here are 2 other preseason favorites that I'm liking so far. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and submit my vote. Make sure you guys are doing that too. Oh, I got to do the captcha. Because I know what a traffic light is. There we go. I submitted my vote. You guys should go do it too. So that's it, everybody. That is your cast. And what do you guys think? Who are some of your preseason favorites? Who are you voting for captains? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, please, if you did like this video, smash that like button. Every like helps. If you like this video, also share it on Twitter, on Reddit, wherever you share videos with your friends. And also, I'm probably going to be doing some live streams of probably the premiere episode next Wednesday, 1 week from today. Also going to be doing live streams covering things happening on the feeds during the day, giving some update streams. I kind of wanted to do maybe like some morning streams of like, oh, what happened the night before. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. Again, thank you guys for watching the video. If you made it all the way through here, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all next time.
Why? Like, how's this even